All right, so what we have here is a 2009 Crown Vic. It only has 81,000 miles on it. It is pretty rotten. It's in the salt belt. It's the fire station's car, and they went to go get in it and shift it into drive to move. And what ended up happening is this. It snapped. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna pull all this off of here and put a new cable in this. Should I back this off of here? The cable runs from here up here. It goes through here, and then after it leaves this bracket, it curves around and goes up through here in the engine bay and then goes back into the car. Let me get all this loose and pulled up into the engine bay first. These are quick release. You pull them from back here and they release. Let me go ahead and spray this now so I can get this soaking. And then I'll show you how I get all this off over here. By the way, the part number for this is 6W1Z7E395A. This is what the assembly looks like. So I unhooked the cable from back here and lightly pushed it up, and then I took that plastic collar you have to transfer over. You don't get a new plastic collar with it. You got to put it back on here. Then I took my little thin clip puller tool and pulled the mount out of the bracket right here. And then I folded the cable up and put it up in there, so when I pull it up, it's that much easier. And now what I'm going to do while I'm down here, make sure this is freed up. And I go ahead and try to pull this nut off of here while I'm here. I may have to heat it up. I'll show you what I do on these. I take a wrench and I lay it across the cat, and I go in front of that accumulator hump right there in the trans, and then I'll take my 3/4 19 millimeter. I just grabbed what was on top that I knew would fit, and I'll work this thing back and forth. Now if I initially need to break it loose and that lever's loose like that, I'll go ahead and shift it forward like this, and I'll leave it sitting right on top of that hump, and that'll help me go ahead and hold it. I'll hold it with one hand while it's there. Let me get my hand. I'm trying to do this one-handed. I'll hold it with one hand while it's there, and I'll break this loose. And then once I get it loose, I'll have to work it back and forth, like back and forth, back and forth. I'll move it out and up in front of that stud hump right there. See how it's resting against that collar? And then I'll take my wrench, run it across the top. I'll let it rest up against the cat like that, and in front of that and that accumulator, I'll just sit there and work it back and forth. I just did a quick spritz, ground it all down, cleaned all the junk and stuff off of it, used some engine enamel, sprayed it. Now I'll anti-seize it when I go back together, let it dry, give me time to get it up in the air and get the cable and everything out of it. The bolt in the all the way up position is in park. All the way down position is in low range. So I shoved it all the way up. So now when I get the vehicle down, it doesn't roll on me. All right, now I've got it pulled up and out of that hole. It goes underneath the harness right here, under it and down. So I got it pulled up and out of the hole. And now it goes up underneath these connections right now. And now I need to move inside the car and get it dislodged from the firewall and the steering column. Now there's a couple push tabs underneath here. You see the little dangly one right there? Let's see if I can get a better shot of it. I had to pry that out using a clip puller tool. I came over here, pried this one out using a clip puller tool, and then back out of here. A lot of these just pop off because people have been in here before. Oh, they didn't break this one completely. So you gotta take just 7 or 8 mil out of this bracket, drop it down, and then the rest of it will come off. A lot of times they break them messing around with them. Or maybe I won't even have to do that one on this one, because I've got enough clearance here. Oh, just barely. I bet you I could get that if I really wanted to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull the shroud apart, unfortunately. I did not want to do that, but well, hold on a second here. Maybe if I do this, come on. The key, there it is. There's the ball. It's exposed right there at the end. Now you can see with it all the way up in park, you just pop that ball off of there on that end, and then you don't have to get up inside this thing. Hold on, let me see if I can do it. Now if I had a really strong pick, which I do, I could stick it back behind that nub right there. There it is. But I just stuck my trim tool down through here, popped it off of there. And now I can start pulling this cable out of there. I can start routing it. I'm gonna route it up and around where it's at, and then pull it through the firewall, or pull it through inside the vehicle. This part right here, this little white lock, is gonna have to be transferred over. I took that lock off the part. There's a lock up in there. You gotta push these tabs. You can lay from down low, and you can push on the corner of this and kind of give it a nudge up, and push on this corner, give it a nudge up. I did it all while laying underneath right here. Only part I needed to come up top for was just to unlock this off the pawl. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it all through. Now I'll feed the new one through, and you'll see what it looks like once it's installed. Now I had somebody pulling on it while I was feeding it through, and what you want to do is you want to take your finger and push on the soft spot right here, make sure it snaps into the firewall, the little collar or the tapered rubber part. And now you'll take the rest of this cable and feed it back over the way it was. Come on now. All right, so this is what we're looking at. See this plastic part I transferred over? And then there's this plastic part that anchors right here. And then there's that plastic white tab right there that mounts. That it goes through the firewall. So that's done, and it's routed the way it goes. Now we need to snap it onto the lever. Now what I'm going to do, take this here, line it up with that little copper nub, try to stay on the outside of the plastic and not where the bushing is at. Push it back on. Come on. And there it is. It popped on. I just kind of got it lined up and pushed really hard with my hand, and it popped right on the collar where it's supposed to be. So inside the vehicle, we're done. Snap all this back in. There may be a screw that you got to take out of yours down here, but they've already taken it out of this plastic part to get it down. But they've already messed with it and pulled it out of there with whatever they were doing before. So I didn't have to do that. Get this bezel and everything lined back up right here, and we will move underneath the vehicle. I figured out what it was. They had that black push tab in there and they never put it back. It was in the floor. Or maybe when I pulled on it, it came out. I don't know, but it was on the floor. All right, I went ahead and fed it down there because there's the bracket that it goes through, that big rectangular hole right down in there. It's got to go inside that hole right there. Let me get it back up in there. Now I'm going to show you how I adjust this cable. It's how the trans guy here adjusted as well. I picked it up from him. I have somebody get up in the car, shift the vehicle into drive with the cable off of the lever. Pull it off. Let somebody shift the vehicle into drive, and then I'll pull this down from park, which is all the way back. I'll go reverse, neutral, drive, and then I'll put the cable back on, and I'll pull the cable all the way forward as much as I can. Not He-manning it, but as much as I can, I'll pull all the slack out of it all the way forward, and then I'll lightly snug it up and then go just a little bit more, and I'll tell him, okay, go ahead, put it back in park. So then he'll put it back in park, and when he puts it back in park, if you look, see that line right there on the body? There's a line also in that white indicator, and they line up every single time perfectly. And then I'll say, oh, back down to drive. He'll go quick drive, back up to park, quick drive, back up to park. It's nice and crisp. There's no play, there's no slop in it. Everything's lining up properly on the Prindle PRNDL on the dash. Down here, it's nice and crisp. The reason I pull all the slack out of it this way is so when he goes to slide it back up in park, it shoves it that way as far as possible, so I know I'm in park. That's it. Adjusted, fixed. Let's go drive it. Yep, that's exactly what I wanted. Nice and firm, just like that. Good. Oh, everything went well. It's shifting good. It's tight. There's nothing loose. There's no play in the shift lever. It's good to go. Return it to the customer. Y'all be blessed. Take care.